Hello, my lovely Gemini. Welcome to your reading for July 2021. This is a general reading for you, Gemini. It's a reading for Gemini Sun, Rising and Moon sign. So have a listen to those as well. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there. I'd like to thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing and commenting on my channel. I do read the comments and I do enjoy reading what you have to say and what's going on in your lives as well. I do read them. Also, if you like this video and you'd like to give it a thumbs up, then that would be fabulous because it does help me do the work that I do for you and post more videos for you as well. It also promotes and puts my video out there, so it mixes it up and circulates it, which is really helpful to me. So thank you for that as well. Gemini. I love my Geminis, as you probably know. Don't tell anyone. I've been concentrating on your energy. I've been sort of sitting in your energy. And it's like, I want to say, it's like, what am I hearing? They're telling me here, it's like being on a seesaw, up and then down and up and then down. And it's, and that's not a bad thing because, when you're a child and you're on a seesaw, that's part of the fun, isn't it? Of sharing that ride of there's times when you're up and there's times when you're down, and then it's, you come back up. So that's the message that's coming through for you for the month of July. I've drawn some key cards here to give you the primary message before I create your spread. And what I've got is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. I have the moon, and the moon it's an interesting one because this is also about cycles. This is about the ups and the downs of the seesaw that I saw. The moon spends equal times in the dark as it does in the light. The moon doesn't have its own light, it reflects the light from the sun. So when we see this full moon and it's illuminated, it's because it's at the it's the opposite to the sun and it's fully illuminated. And then it starts to move out and you get the phases of the moon, which are part of the cycle, part of knowing. And for you, the message, my Geminis, is when you withdraw, if you've spent a lot of time on your own, if you've withdrawn, it's time now to come out and mix and mingle and grow and be out in the world and be present, be of a presence in the world. It's all about cycles. And the cycles are also about change. When the moon has its cycles, which is quite significant, it's also the changes of the phases of the moon. Change is something that is good to embrace. It's lovely to embrace the change and acknowledge that life is like that too. Life has its phases, life has its cycles, and it's about embracing that change, not creating resistance, but allow it to flow its natural ebb, knowing when to withdraw, knowing when to come out into the world and give of yourself and be there, be changeable, accepting new things, releasing what's not relevant, bringing in what is relevant, what is new, and growing from that. It's also about everyone's got, what am I hearing here? Everyone's got a dark side. It's what we call our shadow side, our shadow self. Everyone's got that. And it's not about, you hear about the shadow self. It's not about eliminating the shadow self. That is going to be an absolute impossibility. It's there. It is part of us. It provides that balance. Black and white, positive, negative. It's the shadow self is part of us. And it is through our shadow that we learn, that we grow. That provides that balance. What are the challenges I've faced? What are the lessons that I've learned? What lessons have been presented to me? How has my shadow made me who I am today? And it's embracing the change, embracing those cycles. That's important for you in July. That's an important message. You've also got, from what deck is this? The Divine Animal Oracle deck. Your totem animal for this month is the chameleon. And what's the chameleon represent? No surprises there. Change. Change. The changing phases of the moon. And the chameleon, that represents change. The chameleon is an incredibly versatile animal. It changes to match its environment. It's very adaptable. It's about you embracing that energy and not having fear of change, but embracing change. Being versatile, bringing in the change that is going to help us grow. I'm going to read what it says because this book does say things absolutely beautifully, and I do want you to grasp that full meaning of change because that's something that's really important here for you. Let's see, the chameleon. I'll hold it up. It's gorgeous. Look at her. She's got a chameleon's tail as well, changing in colour. Change is a natural part of life, so resistance is futile. So if you're feeling like there's a lot of change happening in your life right now, my lovely Gemini, it's futile to resist it. Ride the energies of change and know where you are going, then fear will lessen. It is not always wise to just blend in with everyone else. Flexibility in mind and body is advantageous. Do not take too long to make your decision, but know what decision you want to make, know what choice you want to make. What's the magic that the chameleon brings? Chameleon magic is one of flexibility and coping with change. Call upon the magic of this creature when you wish to have successful change in challenging circumstances and when you wish to know everything you can about a situation prior to moving forward. That's fabulous. Well, that's your message. That is your message of what is coming through for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create your Celtic cross. Let's see what that has to say for you for the month of July, the month of July. It is June now while I'm doing this, but it is a reading for July. And so the phases in your life are really important. Being flexible, losing resistance, allowing change to come and being adaptable to change, but not going along with what everybody else expects of you. Gemini, you're so good at that. You're so good at breaking society's boundaries, breaking through glass ceilings, doing what you feel you really want to do, your passion. What's your intuition telling you in moving forward, in exploring? I feel like July, what do I want to say? And my guides are coming in really joyously and really close to me. I feel like there's this big explosion. The Americans have just exploded a huge bomb off the coast of Florida to test their warship. Without any regard to everyone's cheer. Oh, isn't that fabulous? But there's no regard for the sea life, for what they've done to the ocean. Anyway, I won't go down that path. That's me on my soapbox. But that's what I'm seeing. That explosiveness, that I just feel like for you there is this sort of bomb, for want of a better word. It's just this explosion that's going to bring in change. It's like, well, let's just disrupt everything and let's realign it. So you've got this opportunity to embrace change, to be who you are, to be true to yourself, not doing things because other people have this expectation of how it should be done or what you should be doing or how you should be behaving, but really finding that joy in being who you are, bringing your colour into the world, bringing your colour into your life, dancing your dance. That's what I'm hearing, Gemini. So, I hope that, I don't know, that may resonate with all of you. If it resonates, then take it, please. And I like that. I like that. So take it and use it. And that's the energy that's coming in. It's the energy that is coming in for you is unstoppable for July. So don't bother. Don't bother creating resistance. Don't bother trying to stop it, because it's going to be futile. It's going to be futile trying to stop it. What is important is that with this opportunity of redoing everything, that you stay true to yourself, Gemini. Stay true to what you want and how you want your life to be. These two cards, I'll give you those. I'll put those there. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. You're coming from a place of victory. There's something that you've done well. There's something that you can give yourself a big pat on the back. Something that you're being cheered on. You're being cheered on by spirit. You're being cheered on by your guides to pursue it, to continue it. So if there's some thought that you've had, some idea that you've had, some dream that you've got, something that you want to put in place, I feel like it's something you've already thought about or something that you've already started, you're being cheered on. So you're definitely on the right path here. You're definitely on the right path. You've got your cheer squad. You've got your supporters there in spirit as well as in around you as well. So what I'm hearing is surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with people that will support you. Surround yourself with people that will not bring you down or water down or diffuse your energy. You've got to really watch that, because I feel like there'll be people around you that are going to suck that energy out of you. And how do they do that? By how are you going to do that? You're not going to achieve that. How's that going to be successful? What if it fails? What are you going to do then? You'll have lost all your time and effort, and shouldn't you be doing something that is more steady and that sort of conversation diffuses and waters down your energy of what's coming through for you in July. So be very, very mindful of that. Surround yourself with people that are going to support you, that are going to lift you up, that are going to cheer you on. Very important for your movement forward. Be the chameleon. Embrace the change. Change with situations. That's how they survive. That's how they survive. That's very important. July kicks off tremendously. You've got the world here. So this follows through with the success. As long as you follow your intuition, as long as you follow your dreams, and as long as I'm hearing that song, I Did It My Way by Frank Sinatra. I'm not going to sing it because that will really shock everybody. But I'm hearing I did it my way, and it's about you doing it your way. And if you do that, if you honor yourself, you don't have to know the whys and wherefores and exactly how it's going to pan out. You need to simply know what changes you want to bring in. What are you releasing? What are you embracing? And become adaptable. Lose the fear. Once you have your direction, remember, as the chameleon said, once you have your direction, once you have what you're aiming for, the fear will dissipate. The fear will disappear. There is success, and you're going to start seeing that success very early on in July. My lovely Gemini, I'm so happy for you. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That will happen as long as you take charge. That will happen as long as you don't allow others to pull your strings. You don't allow others to water down your energy, as I said. It's about you aligning your conscious and subconscious self, your conscious self, your shadow self, your fears, bring them into alignment, bring your fears into the light, and you will find they will disappear. And move forward with whatever plans you've got, however big, however small. It's going to be different for all of you, but whatever you've got cooking, get going with it. Turn up the heat. Really make it happen in July. Really make it happen in July. Really be mindful of those around you. Don't allow others, this is reinforcing that. Do not allow others to call the shots. Do not allow others to influence your thought patterns. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. That's what's coming through very clearly for you, my lovely Gemini. And that is something that you're really needing to focus on. Be true to yourself. Time to leave the past behind. Whatever hasn't worked, whatever has broken up, relationship that hasn't worked, business that haven't worked, job that hasn't worked, any hardships you've faced, any lessons, any hurdles that you've had to overcome, that is done. So stop dwelling on it. Stop dwelling on it. Turn around and face your future, because look what's behind you. You know, you're not facing the future. There's too much thought being given to what's gone on. No use crying over spilt milk, as they say. I know it's easy to say, but when you're emotionally connected, it's very hard to release that. It's very hard to sometimes move on from that. But it's time now to do that, because that's also something that will water down your energy, and you don't want to do that. You really want to maintain that vibrancy and that positivity and, you know, the changes that are coming in around you. It's going to be a powerful month for you. A powerful, powerful month. You've also got the Page of Cups, and this is about planning. This is about planning. Pages are always about planning. What are you going to plan for your emotional future? What are you planning? What are you being strategic about? I feel like I want to say there's some of you that have met someone and you're cautious. You're being strategic. You're not just jumping in, boots and all. It's about, okay, my move, your move, my move, your move, testing. Where are the red flags? Are there any red flags? Okay, I'll make another move. And, you know, I know a little bit more. I'll make another move. You're being strategic as far as your heart goes. This is also being strategic as far as your heart goes concerning any business or anything new that you want to start, any new study, any new move, any new job, business, project, anything new you want to start. You're being very strategic about it. You're being very, let's just keep my emotions in check. Don't fall in boots and all. Let's just plan this out. And by planning this out, that's like the phases of the moon. That takes time. It's a month, isn't it? You get a phase of the moon in a month. So let's say there's a month here that you need to be strategic, that you need to really work out what you're wanting, where you want to be, what you want to have work out for you. Very important. I'm going to draw another card for you because I feel like I want to. They're telling me to anyway. They're telling me to. Oh, what's this? You're being strategic because you've got the Tower. 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 7 is about change. And the Tower's about change. This month is about change. What doesn't serve you? What do you need to move on? What new things are you going to make space for, to bring into your life, to bring around you? The Tower is, the Tower can be very useful. If you sort of acknowledge that you're at that phase in July of the changes are coming in, and you get given the Tower and you think you embrace the Tower energy, because what the Tower does is it shakes us out of our comfort zone. You know, human nature, we're all like that. I'm like that. When you are in a situation that you're very comfortable with, thanks very much, I'll have more of that. But you can't, because you need to grow. You need to grow spiritually. You need to grow as a person. And so the Tower comes in and goes, okay, well, I'm going to shake your foundations a little bit here. And I'm going to shake your foundations and bring in that change. Bring in that change around you. Make you realize that there's things that need to be let go of to allow new things to come in. Shake you up so that you can remember the goals that you have, the dreams that you had, where you wanted to be, what you wanted to achieve. So the Tower can be very useful. And it doesn't surprise me that you've been given that in the month of July, because July is pretty much, the Chameleon says it all, doesn't it? You've also got the Ten of Air. The Ten of Air, the Ten of Swords. Completions. You've been doing a lot of thinking. You've been doing a lot of introspection. There's been communication. There's been a lot of head work, in your head space a lot. This is your suit too. That's finished now. Time for thinking is done. It's now time for action. You've done the thinking, you've done the planning, you've had that time out. That why do I feel like there's been this sort of pulling back with Geminis, pulling back and hibernating, if you like. Hibernating. I need another card before we go any further. I need another card. Ace of Water. They're beautiful, these cards, aren't they? This is the Good Tarot. The Good Tarot, the Ace of Water. This is a new emotional beginning. And I feel for some of you it can be the new start in a relationship, a turning point in the relationship where it goes to the next level. But I feel like for most of you, for nearly all of you, it is this new emotional start within the self. This time of hibernation, this time of thinking, this time of withdrawal, and now you're coming out. This is this self-love. This is what I deserve. This is what I want, and feeling emotionally balanced and strong. So there's that's coming up for you as well, that this is part of that change. This part of your emotional stability, emotional feeling, self-love. This is what I deserve. This is what I want moving forward. There's all of that discovery in you, which I really think is quite powerful. You've also got the star, and the star is asking you, my lovely Gemini, stars are up high, and it's it's about peace and harmony and tranquility. Look at the water's all lovely and still, so that there's this new emotional beginning that brings you that peace. It's also, stars are up high, so you're looking at things from a distance. It's about being what I call the neutral observer. And I've said it before, you're familiar with it if you've listened to past videos of mine. It's about standing back. It's about viewing your situation from a distance. When you're immersed in a situation, you can't see the forest for the trees, but when you remove yourself, it's like when you're in a relationship that's not working and you think, oh, well, it's okay. You have time away from it and you realize just how much you've been putting up with, just how much isn't working for you. Same thing here. In any situation, take yourself away from it, take yourself out of it, become the neutral observer and look at something from a distance. It's asking you to change your perspective on situations that you may need to look at. It's going to be different for all of you, but the star asks you to change your perspective. Oh, they're telling me this one. Change your perspective. Look at things differently. Look at things from a different angle. It's not about taking other people's opinions and ideas. It's still about trusting yourself, but looking at it from, okay, well, I'll look at it from this angle, I'll look at it from this angle. I'll just stand back and just observe it from a distance. Okay, and see, it's interesting, isn't it? Because this card asks why. Why? Why? You're looking at things from a distance and ask yourself why. Why is that happening in that way? Why do I have that fear? Why am I dependent on others? Why don't I trust my own judgment? Why? Ask yourself why, and the answers will come to you. That will be revealed by being the neutral observer. Wow, re-listen to that. That's a really powerful message. Why? Wow. That's a big message, isn't it? I want to read the deeper meaning. I want to read the deeper meaning for you, because it's like this is like you're being given the book of knowledge. This is the book of insight, by standing back and being the neutral observer and asking why. Let's read it. I'm really curious now. 31, 4, change. Motives driving intention, the power of knowing the why. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invisible Y is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. That's an important question, isn't it? That's a loaded question, isn't it? Why? I want to say to you too, get your journal out and journal it. Really write out your ideas, because by changing your perspective, by standing back from a situation that you're needing to look at differently and asking the question why, what motivates you to stay in that situation, what motivates you to do the things you're doing, what's motivating you to move out, what's motivating you to even become the neutral observer. Why? That's a biggie. That's a biggie. That will lead to a new beginning, my lovely Gemini, a new start, a new beginning, the Fool, the beginning of the first card in the tarot deck. But this is the beginning of a new journey for you. So July is going to be that sort of month. Look, he's juggling all the other cards in the tarot deck, if you look at it very carefully, you know, all the zodiac signs. All the zodiac signs, I should say. There's another deck where he's juggling the tarots, but this is the zodiacs, part of the cycle. A new beginning, a new journey. You're embarking on a new phase in your life. You're embarking on a new journey in your life. So it is important to do it unencumbered, leaving the past behind, leaving behind any baggage or anything that you don't need in this new phase, in this new part of your life, in this new start, in this new beginning. It doesn't have to be your whole life. It can be an aspect of your life. It can be a shift within you, how you see things differently as well. But there is this new beginning, this new start to your journey. Because then you also have the Page of Wands, and this is discovering your life's purpose, discovering your passion, discovering where your enthusiasm is, and planning for it. Planning, being strategic. Look at the fruit trees. They're laden with fruit, which is laden with abundance, which is laden with nourishment. What nourishes you? Is it money? Is it love? Is it pleasure? Is it joy in doing what you love? There's a new dawning coming up. So there's a lot of planning here. You know, this new start, it's a month where you're really thinking about it. You're really, what do I want? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? And overcoming any obstacles, overcoming any lessons. You have overcome them. Look at that door behind you. It's open. You just need to turn around and understand that those obstacles and those lessons and everything, the challenges, that you've been successful in achieving those. And it's actually, they have been put in your way. They've been put there to create that shift and that change within you. What have you learned from the last year or 2 or 3? What is it that you've learned? How have you changed? What have you brought into your life? Because you're there. You've arrived. My lovely Gemini, you've arrived. There's decisions coming up for you. There's decisions coming up for you. Choices and decisions for you to make. Balancing things out, weighing things out. What do I want? Let's have a look at this. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle. Let's see where you're headed on your journey. Oh, there we go. Peaks of joy. You're going to reach new heights. This is where you're, when you're weighing things out, balancing things out, where do I want to be? What do I want to do? This is taking you to the peaks of joy. That says it all, doesn't it? Peaks of joy. 33, 6 spiritual. That's a compound number, 33 as well. You're going to reach new heights. You're going to be able to have that far vision. You're going to be able to see what's ahead of you. You're going to be able to see what's in front of you, lay out your future. You are going to be able to lay out your future, and that's going to happen in July. That's a beautiful card, isn't it not? You've reached this. It's not a lot different to the Fool, is it? He's sort of on a mountaintop. He's up high as well. New beginning. That's fantastic. Gemini, I'm so happy. It's a really, what do I want to say? I feel like when I'm reading for you for this month, it's really dynamic. It's a real energy of let's get things moving. There's a real flow. There's a real churning up. There's a churning up. Do not fear what comes up and is shown to you to release. Do not fear that, because there's lots of new things that are going to come in and take their place. And it's not going to take long at all. Okay, the divine abundance. I'm going to draw a card to give you that sort of cap it off. Let's cap it off. Oh, wow. You want to see it? I'll show you. Wow, this is karma. This is karma. Look at that, weaving a web. Weaving a web of life. This is everything that you've experienced in life. This is the fabric of your life. This is the fabric of how far you've come. It's all interwoven. It's all meant to be. There's no accidents. There are no accidents. Everything is connected. It's all connected to karma. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. It's all connected. And it's not even about addressing things from past lives. You know, I'm not fussed on that wording really either. What I'm picking up from that is, you know, what is coming up for you is it's all karmic. It's all laid out for you there. Watch the synchronicities. It's about you weaving that fabric of your life. Everything is connected. We're all connected. Circumstances that you're in are connected, because what's happening now is what you see as a challenge and a lesson now is you'll look back on it and go, oh, I get why that happened. I get why I couldn't stay there. I get why I needed to have myself be shaken up like that. Have the tower shake me up and move me on, because I'm in a much better place. You always, always, always are moved on to a better place. So don't fear any change that comes through for you, my lovely Gemini. I wish you love, light and blessings, my lovely Gemini. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. It helps me, helps my channel as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there. Many blessings to you, my lovely Gemini.